Please hit the like button when you get up in here. As you probably all know by now, the Julio Fulio trial about to begin this week, and if you're not familiar with the details, be sure to stick around and I'll catch you up to speed by the end of this video. However, this case is taking an unexpected turn, as Isaiah Chance, aka Gutter Zay's girlfriend Alicia Andrews, appeared to jump out the car with him and discovered her exit plan to save herself. I guess self-preservation ruled the nation as the state have lifted the death penalty up off her. And now she only facing life behind bars for the role she played in the unalive and the Jacksonville artist Julio Foolio. Now the state is arguing that Alicia willingly participated by giving Gutter Zay her phone and etc. However, Alicia's defense is stating otherwise, and says her motive for tagging along is completely different. Now, Alicia stated that her boyfriend Gutter Zay was very abusive, and she was actually kidnapped and held beyond her will. And if she didn't give up her phone and follow his orders, she could have possibly ended up like Fulio.
So in this case, the state will put on evidence that Alicia Andrews gave Isaiah Chance, her cell phone so that either he could conceal his identity or that she could help him commit the crime in this case. And the past incidents of domestic violence brought to the court is that situations where Alicia Andrews was forced to give her phone over to Isaiah Chance, was beat, was dragged, sometimes even sort of like kidnapped in his home for not giving up her phone and for texting other individuals on her phone, right? And so in this case where the state is saying, hey, she gave up her phone willingly. She gave up her phone for the purpose of planning this, helping to plan this murder. This is not the case. Her intent for doing that, her motive for doing that is completely different, right? And it's the past, the domestic violence and the past facts that I just brought to the court that would shed light on why she's in a position where she feels that she has to give up her phone or can't leave and turn around and go another way because she's been abused by this individual in the past. And likely, if she doesn't comply with what he's saying, the same thing could happen to her in this situation. So,
wouldn't she have to testify for any of that to come in?
She would.
But I don't really know if that's enough for the state to be comfortable with. In fact, they coming for blood, and I already feel this case an open and shut slam dunk.
This is not a self-defense case where she has killed her attacker. In that case, you clearly would be able to explore that. It would go to a potential defense. This is not a self-defense case. And so the only other fact that would, or defense, that would go to would be duress, and they're not entitled to a duress defense. And so we're very concerned with any sort of confusing the jury and them being able to explore or elicit any sort of facts or statements about any concern that she may have for a co-defendant. And that's what that case law, that Florida State Supreme Court case law cites to. It doesn't matter how afraid or scared you may be of one of your co-defendants. In fact, that Cole case is a woman who was charged along with a male co-defendant of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Duress is never going to be an excuse if you're fearful of your own life to take another's life. And so that is the point. The jury shouldn't be able to hear any sort of issues that she does have with a co-defendant, because that defense is not available to her for first-degree premeditated murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree premeditated murder.
So if Miss Alicia ain't got no pertinent information relating directly to this situation or another situation, they threaten to take all deals off the table moving forward.
Anything further?
Judge, the only thing else in the state is all offers of proffering the defendant are revoked. We don't anticipate engaging in kind of plea negotiations from this point going forward with the defense.
Okay. Ms. Andrews, you understand the state is revoking any plea offers to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The only other thing I have is that a state witness, Robert Howard,
yes,
is in custody. And I'm not sure if the state has already had a transport or signed document brought here.
I think, let me look. There was a writ someone signed.
Yes, Judge. The arrangements have been made. He has formal federal
Yes.
charges. There was a issue where we were waiting for the federal judge to give the okay, and I talked to the federal prosecutor, and they had filed their formal motion to continue the sentencing. So I anticipate that we should be getting word soon from the federal authorities that he is going to be shipped in time for the trial.
And a writ was signed by Judge Luckworth.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anything further?
That's it.
All right, very good.
Lord have mercy, I wonder what Kenny Cap got to talk about. Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, between time, hit that like button and share this to spread awareness. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, this is a good time to do it now.
Police have arrested 17-year-old Sean Gainwright and another juvenile in connection to an apartment shooting that left 3 people injured. The shooting happened on May 20th at Holly Hills apartment. Gainwright was arrested for aggravated assault. He appeared before a Lafayette County Justice Court judge where his bond was set at $50,000. The other suspect is being charged in youth court. All 3 victims have injuries that are considered non-life-threatening.
What's up, what it do? Drill Time TV checking in once again. Fulio got swift justice. They ain't playing in Florida. You see, they'll give you life if you try to backdoor, motherfucker. Everyone listen to Chicago drill because the intriguing part about it was, how's these guys doing all this in the streets with no consequences or repercussions? Well, I figured it out. If you live in the United States, the states might be united, but they all got different laws. In Chicago, you can kill a person in the hood all day and get away with mutual combat, as long as you keep it out the wealthy parts of the city like the Gold Coast. Florida said they ain't on none of that. They different. They might start off serving you the death penalty, and you'll be lucky to make it out of that thing with a life sentence. You see how they doing YNW Melly? However, just what exactly do we know about the suspects thus far? Starting with this one in particular, Sean Gainwright. Well, what do we know so far? Well, while he was 17, he caught a case for almost blowing down 3 individuals. Luckily, all 3 sustained non-critical injuries. Check him out. He already had all this going on already before he jumped in that Fulio situation. This happened in the city of Mississippi that goes by the name of Oxford. Just a little after 1:30 a.m. in the Holly Hills apartment parking lot on May the 20th, 2023. At age 17 in Mississippi, they was trying him as an adult, charging him with aggravated assault.
Good evening, and I'm live here in Oxford, where we're keeping you up to date on the latest news about that tragic weekend shooting that left 3 people in the hospital. Now, I talked to Oxford PD, and I also talked to some Oxford residents who have some strong opinions of what happened in their own backyard.
This is not the town that you want to come and commit these type crimes.
It happened around 1:30 Saturday morning. When investigators first arrived, they found 1 person wounded. They then found 2 more injured at the local hospital. Police tell me that none of the injuries are life-threatening. Members of the Oxford community are wanting people to put the guns down and end senseless violence.
People's lives, they're important, and I don't believe they should did that. You know, whoever did it. Put the guns down. I just don't believe in all that. You know, it just don't make any sense.
And I think that things are getting out of control, and what we need to do to solve it, I don't know. But I know something needs to be done. Something needs to be done as far as from a law enforcement standpoint, and then too, we as citizens have to take responsibility as well. It's the people that's toting the guns, because guns can't pull a trigger. The actual people that's toting the guns should kill people.
I spoke with the captain of the Oxford Police Department, Hilton Sessoms. He tells me that while they have not found the suspects, they are interviewing what they call people of interest. He has this to say to the Oxford community.
We want to thank the community so far with the tips and videos that have been submitted. We're using those to help follow some of our leads. We want our community to know that Oxford is a safe place, and we do not tolerate this type of stuff. So our guys, we work vigilantly, and we work hard to try to bring these people to justice, and we will prosecute.
It was said that Sean got family in Mississippi and possibly used to stay there himself. The internet says he had a good upbringing, and around the age of 8 he looked up to a famous Call of Duty gamer. I guess his love for COD possibly opened him up to a world of playing with guns, and in his childhood he quickly went from hunting armadillos in the state of Florida to hunting famous rappers. Now Gutter Zay, he been juice chasing on the low for a while now, ever since the ordeal took place. He popped on camera to let the world know that he's still around after the Fulio hit, and he also rocking a new look. Rumor got it that Gutter Zay was the one that shot Fulio the last time and struck him in his foot. On the Clubhouse convo, you can hear him trolling Fulio, asking him, do he know what he got hit with? Then Fulio asked him, do you know what I got hit with? And he told him. In another clip from Twitter Spaces, you can hear him say, "I threw my net out there to catch a big fish," insinuating he put the play down from beginning to end. Kinda makes sense, being that Gutter Zay hosted the sting by sending the old girl Alicia to sit on Fulio for the whole night and disclose his location and relay the information back to the Murphys and Sean John. He even been active on Reddit sneak chasing this shit by saying something in the lines of, "If you ain't do it, it should be a law against you claiming it," referring to all the guys making diss songs after Fulio checked. It was safe to say he wanted the whole world to know that he took part in the festivities in the night of Julio Fulio's assassination.
All the traffic, I'm with Ghost. Let's make a toast. Bullet down, he on the floor. I make a call, got a man on go.
Yeah, big 6K. Big 6K.
Oh, real shit. Do not mind the way my toes look. I can't wash my feet. Clip it right now, but look, ain't God good? Look, oh shit, look. I can move my shit now. I can move my toes now. What the fuck? Damn, God good, boy. Damn, I can feel them bitches now.
You gotta wear your boot. Like 4 bucks. Damn. Hey, they know what you got hit with, Fulio? I ain't gonna cap, cause you gotta think about it. I had the rods in my shit. They had to take that shit out. That shit was my January. That shit had to heal up. Damn, they put the little boot on my shit.
Hey, Gutter say, you know what you got hit with?
Nah. You know what I got hit with?
That's good.
You asking, damn, you hit that?
He asked you that.
Hey, TK, boy, I heard that look.
Who y'all out?
My cousin.
Want your fucking up? You got bigger fish to fry.
You with the fish?
No, I'm not.
Hell nah. I just twisted that bitch so motherfucking raw. I don't got no fish to fry. I done threw my big ass net out there and you hear me? Come on now.
Keep talking for FBI.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came. Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
In that surveillance footage, I know y'all done peeped it, man. That hit looked like a movie off of Tubi, you hear me? And authorities say Rashad Murphy can be seen wielding an automatic handgun, running alongside Sean Gathright to attack Fulio's car. And his cousin, Davion Murphy, wearing an orange ski mask, remained at the fence and let his rifle twerk from in between two cars. Now Rashad Murphy, they call him Ghost. Oh yeah, they said he one of them top smackers over there. And I done heard some treacherous things about him off in them trenches. But when them people came to see about him, he got the crawling on all four, Bible in one hand, other hand, a pocket poodle for leverage. Yeah, man, unfortunately, you can't make this shit up. They said Alicia was giving intel from inside the party, and they was on his heels all night, following him from location to location, trying to find the perfect moment to go with their move. But Alicia got to celebrating too soon, and was allegedly seen in Young and Ace music video covering her neck tat. Now, I know you're thinking this might be self-snitching, but Fulio already stated earlier in the game that that's a characteristic that his ops carry out, and that they wanted him off the streets, dead or alive. And with the feds hinting at ATK Rico, the fans saying, if they get Ace in that room again by itself, he bound to crack, like a boiled egg in ice water, you hear me? Game over.
You shot your boy. I promise to you, I don't know nobody from BC. I don't know no people. Why they beefing with Trey? Only person I know is Fulio, and that's just because he rap.
Charles Jones.
Yeah, I know because he rap.
At least your mama gets to look at your glass and not have to look at your gravestone.
But that boy Sean Gathright is cooked. He the one that was getting active on that passenger window. The black Chevy Impala that he drove on the hit was registered to his mama. Well damn, tampering with evidence charge that he picked up was from the police finding them spent shell cases linking to a homicide that took place on May the 23rd, 2024 that happened at Gutter Zay people house. And get this, they also found some spent shells that linked him to the October the 7th, 2023 failed Julio hit when Julio got shot last year.
Sergeant Lloyd with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Around 7 a.m., officers responded to the 3100 block of West 16th Street about a person shot. An adult male in his mid-20s transported himself to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The victim sustained a single gunshot wound to the foot. Our initial investigation has determined that the victim was shot while operating a vehicle. He was the only occupant of the vehicle. It appears that the suspect or suspects were waiting for the victim and ambushed him. During the shooting, an occupied house was struck. An adult female suffered a minor injury. She was not struck by gunfire. There's currently no description of the suspect or suspects. Violent crime detectives were on scene canvassing for witnesses and video surveillance. It is an ongoing investigation. We do ask anybody in the community to come forward with any information about this incident. Contact the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office at 904-630-0500 or via email at jsocrimetips@jacksheriff.org or the Crime Stoppers hotline at 1-866-84.
See what I'm saying, man? All that Call of Duty done turned him into a shooter. Sean Gatright could have possibly been Gutter Zay top smack. See what I'm saying? What's done in the dark shall come to light. Man, you know Sean got all that going on. He's still fighting that first case from Mississippi. That triple shooting. They go fuck around and dangle that needle over his head. And he go tell them folks, look, y'all already got us, man. We killed Fulio, but look, man, me and Gutter Zay, we tried to kill him in October. Just give me life in prison. Please don't give me the death penalty. And that boy just turned 18. Don't end your life before you begin your life. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, hit that subscribe button, notification, all that. They wanted him bad because they done raided Sean's house and found that rifle with the shell catcher. They already got the murder weapons. He just linked himself to another murder, and they tried to slime Fulio out last time. I bet your bottom dollar Gutter Zay in there drunk. And wish he wouldn't have asked Fulio, do we know what he got shot with? At the beginning of this video, smack that like button.
Early morning hours of Sunday, June 23rd, Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones arrived at Teaser's Gentlemen's Club in Tampa for a paid performance.
He's the gentleman wearing the red beanie hat.
That's Tampa Police Homicide Detective Juan Ramos identifying the rapper, known as Julio Foolio, in new surveillance video from the club's parking lot. Suspects Alicia Andrews, Isaiah Chance, and Sean Gatright watched this video in court Thursday, too. All three faced charges in Jones's death in what investigators say was an ongoing rival gang war. After leaving Teasers, the rapper went down the street to Truth 18 nightclub for an after party, posting on social media in live time.
This is the video here from his Instagram.
Surveillance video from outside that club shows how two suspect vehicles continued to follow Jones, just as they did at Teasers, and eventually to the Home 2 Suites near USF.
They're approaching the victim's position on foot.
Video from the hotel and a parked Tesla show three shooters firing several shots at the vehicle Jones was riding in, killing him. With video playing such a big role in this case, Gatright's attorney pushed back.
Once again, there is no actual video or identifiable footage that shows that Mr. Gatright was physically present at Home 2 Suites. Is that correct?
Correct.
The state presented a picture from Gatright's cell phone taken one day after the murder, showing a bottle of Don Julio. The detective testified that, based on gang knowledge, this represents an info. Here's Gatright's attorney.
Were you able to ascertain if my client, Mr. Gatright, was the one that actually purchased Don Julio?
No.
So anybody could have been at that club and purchased it?
Yes, of course.
In Tampa, Ariel Placencia.
It looked like reality done slapped your boy Sean in the face and he shitted himself. It seemed like he just coming to grips and realizing that he was the fall guy all along. Now I know he wishing he would have listened to his mama when she told him, Sean, don't be hanging with them boys, cause you go get yourself in some shit you ain't gonna be able to get out of. And if you happen to get your ass locked up, don't come calling me. Cause I'm still paying on the last lawyer I got for you in Oxford. And while Gutter Zay posting that he'll be home soon, he must ain't know Jaso already approached Sean about the murder that happened near his girlfriend's house on May the 23rd, 2024. And Gutter Zay ain't get two fucks about no Alicia. That's the reason he used her cell phone to make all the phone calls. He wasn't about to use his own, you know what I'm saying? The whole time he was thinking if the shit was to ever hit the fan, that he'd be in the clear. And more than likely, Gutter Zay was under the assumption that Sean disposing of all this incriminating evidence. But he was wrong. See, that wasn't the case. They said Sean had all this evidence lined up neatly in the safe. And when they raided him, that's when they found the spent shell case that put him on the scene of the murder that took place around Gutter Zay's girlfriend's house. Hey, that's what it said in the documents. If I was Gutter Zay right now, I would be very afraid.
Documents, investigators say there's evidence linking one accused killer of Charles Jones, also known as Julio Fulio, to a previous attempt at killing him last year. Jones was gunned down in a Tampa hotel parking lot in June while celebrating his birthday. 3 other people were also hurt in that shooting. Police have arrested these folks: Sean Gatright, Isaiah Chance, his girlfriend Alicia Andrews, and Rashad Murphy. Police are still looking for Murphy's cousin, Davion. News4Jax reporter Aaron Farrar now breaks down the timeline of events and the evidence prosecutors say that they have.
These 18 pages were filed to the Hillsborough County Court asking for all those arrested so far in this case to be held in jail and to offer them no bond. These documents also show that investigators say that one of the gunmen involved in this case was found with shell casings related to an attempt to shoot and kill Jones last October. Police say this surveillance video capturing the shooting death of Charles Jones, Julio Fulio, in June is a crucial piece to a long story. What's new in these court documents? Gathright was arrested during a traffic stop in Jacksonville, where investigators say officers found a Glock 9mm pistol, a rifle, and 9 spent rifle casings. Detectives say those spent casings matched 2 different shootings before Jones's death, a separate homicide in May and a shooting last October in what investigators say was an attempt to kill Jones then. Investigators also say while searching Gathwright's house after Jones was shot and killed, detectives found several rifles in a gun safe and at least one that had a brass catcher, keeping those casings from being left at the scene. Investigators say the shooting was a part of an ongoing gang war. In these documents, investigators also say Chance and Andrews used a cell phone and social media to follow Jones and his friends to 3 different locations in Tampa. 2 of those being clubs where Jones was making appearances that he advertised on social media. That's when investigators say they all met in this hotel parking lot and the deadly shooting took place.
Damn. So your boy Gutter done threw a gutter ball and he ain't even know it all. State looking at this case like it's sweet as bear meat. All 5 suspects going down like 4 flat tires. The whole time, for a few of them, it might be life or death. Now I know that was a lot of information, but we can't just sidestep over the information they just gave us about this man being found with the shell cases at the homicide next to Gutter's girlfriend house, leaving the man unalive.
Detectives say those spent casings matched 2 different shootings before Jones's death. A separate homicide in May.
Smack the like button, gang.
Right now, Jacksonville police are looking for 2 people who shot and killed a man in the Lackawanna area. I'm Tanika Hughes.
I'm John Bachman. We brought this to you as breaking news when police say a man in his 40s was found shot inside a pickup truck. Action News Jack's Ben Ryan is live where that shooting happened. Ben, the scene just cleared in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, Don, police wrapped up the scene here on Webster Street within the last 10 to 15 minutes. But take a look at your screen. The last 30 to 45 minutes, we caught the blue truck that police said the man was in when he was shot to death, getting towed away from the scene here. You should be able to see it on your screen right now. There was also some sort of screen that was protecting the driver's side window as well when the truck was getting towed away. A little bit earlier, I was also speaking with a neighbor off camera who lives around here. He told me that he heard at least 20 gunshots, saying it sounded like it came from at least 2 different guns. In a news conference right around 4 o'clock, police told us that there was, whether it was either 1 or 2 people wearing dark clothing that approached the man in his car, saying that they shot multiple times, killing him, and then they left this area. Now, they don't know the relationship of everybody or the circumstances leading up to the shooting. So right now, they don't have any suspect information, but that was a little bit of what they got from witnesses. So right now, again, police wrapped everything up within the last 15 minutes. They're asking anyone with a little bit of information to give them a call to JSO, or you can get in contact with them through Crime Stoppers if you'd like to remain anonymous.
And Sean still got to face the music for shooting them 3 people in Oxford, Mississippi, right? And although they found shell cases linking him to sitting outside the Fulio house at 6:30 in the morning last year and allegedly striking him in the foot. And now, this murder of this 43-year-old man in the close proximity of Gutter's girl house, but the only thing they ain't connected dots on was Gutter's accompanying Sean on these sloppy drills. Meanwhile, state looking at this case like it's sweet as bear meat. All 5 suspects going down like 4 flat tires, but unfortunately a few of them might not make it out alive. And Sean gonna let them folks know about them drills that Gutter's put him up to. Sean like, fuck it, my life in exchange for yours. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. If they offer 18-year-old Sean Gathright the death penalty, will he indicate Gutter's in the 2 previous shootings? Because quiet is kept. Gutter's been on the net, claiming the first Fulio hit that blew off his foot. Now they saying it was 2 suspects in all black that dropped that body near his girlfriend's house. Shit about to get real. We just gonna have to see how it play out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this to all platforms, and I'll catch you on the next one up top. Drill Time TV, I'm out.